Friends, welcome back to Gary Paulson's Lawn Boy. We find ourselves on chapter, what would that be? 3. We are on 3. The law of increasing product demand versus flat production capacity. What are we, economists? Yeah, we are. Economists are people who study the economy. And the economy is the system in which we make money and disperse or give out resources. It's how the study of how money is made and used within a society. We also talked about how in the United States we operate under the economic system called capitalism, where every individual and every citizen has the right to own their own business. They can own their own companies. And then those companies compete against each other to earn your business. And that is why we have things like marketing. Marketing is just like commercials and advertisements and online ads that pop up. Anyway, lots of big, heavy stuff, right? That doesn't sound like fourth grade stuff. Well, it doesn't sound like fourth grade stuff either to our friend here, the lawn boy, who on his 12th birthday got a lawnmower. He mowed his yard, and then his neighbor came over and said, "Hey, would you mow my yard?" And then a domino effect happened, meaning one thing led to another. And what we have now is a very tired 12-year-old boy who, in one afternoon of mowing on his brand new lawnmower, has made $60. Not a bad day. All right, chapter 3 starts on page 13. There was a second then, or a minute, or maybe even a day when things could have remained sort of normal. The next day, I moved the mower farther into the richer part of the neighborhood where the lawns seemed to get larger while my mower seemed to get smaller. I mean, of course it didn't really, but that's how it felt. Soon it became obvious that I could only do 3 or maybe 4 lawns a day if I worked from just before dawn, that's sun up, to just after dark. And while it's true that the owners of the larger yards paid me more, I was getting like $30 or $40 a lawn by the second day. There was also the distance factor. I had to ride the mower from lawn to lawn, and as I moved farther from our house, that meant it would take me longer to get home at night, putting down the edge of the street on my mower. Plus, I had to stop every few hours to buy more gas, and that really chewed up my time even more than the bigger yards. Great mower, small tank. I must have been the only kid my age in what felt like a 10-block radius who hadn't signed up for like a sleepaway summer camp, or who wasn't on baseball and or swim and or tennis team that summer. I was burned out on sports after spring baseball league. All the older guys had real jobs like at the Clucket Bucket. What do you think they serve at the Clucket Bucket? I bet fried chicken as well. Or the Dairy Whip. That's ice cream. So all the older guys had real jobs like at the Clucket Bucket or the Dairy Whip, and all the guys my age were mostly busy or gone, so I had a long summer full of nothing ahead of me, almost as if I'd known how things were going to work out, which, of course, I didn't. More and more people wanted their lawns mowed. On the second day, I had 8 jobs, and the fact was I was fast approaching my limit. 3 lawns a day, plus refilling the tank from time to time was all I could manage, and I would have to mow the lawns every week. 3 lawns a day, once a week. 21 lawns if I worked 7 days, dawn till dark, no days off. Making approximately $630 a week. It seemed like a staggering whop of money. Summer was 12 weeks long, which meant by the end of vacation, I would have made over $7,500. Way more than I needed to buy a new inner tube for my old 10-speed. And, of course, there would be no vacation. which ran through my head as I worked. No vacation, no summer fun, no bike trips with my best friend Alan when he came to visit farther in the summer. No vacation. $7,500. No summer fun. $7,500. I had just finished the second yard of the second day, and I was already a little sick of the sight of grass. The only sound in the world seemed to be the sound of the mower, the vibration of the seed, and the only feeling my butt had ever known. And that was when I met Arnold. He showed up on the sidewalk when I started the third yard of the day. Oh, another customer, I thought. I had plenty of time to study him as I mowed towards him. He was very short. I'm pretty short, and he wasn't much taller than me, and he was kind of round. I mean, not like fat, not heavy, just round. Everything about him was round. Rounded shoulders, rounded hips, arms, legs, even his head was like a ball. And his haircut looked like someone had put a large bowl on his head and just cut around with scissors. Wild clothes. I saw a 70s show on television once, and everyone had these shirts with like these impossibly long collars and colored patterns that looked like maybe somebody had taken a bucket of flowers dipped in paint and thrown them at the actors. Well, that was Arnold's style. Now, let me stop you right here, and I want you to visualize, I really want you to think about Arnold. Now, Arnold is a grown-up. He just happens to be a really short adult. He's shorter than the lawn boy. And round. Again, not fat, just round. Can you picture him? And he's in this really flashy, loud shirt that has really long collars. If you've ever seen that 70s show on television, that's kind of what he's talking about. We're at the bottom of page 16. And he had a wide, wild tie and a kind of a sport coat that's like a blazer, a suit coat, that looked suede, like leather, but was cut with wide lapels, those are big collars, on his shoulders, and a narrow waist that didn't look too good on his round body. He looked like somebody that had like flunked clown school. It was hard not to smile. He waved as I approached, and I stopped and pulled the throttle back to Turtle. I liked that. Turtle or rabbit. Not written like fast or slow, just a picture of a turtle or a rabbit. Everything should be like that, like highway signs, posted signs in the hallway at school, turtles or rabbits. It's so simple. Hey, I hear you're the new lawn boy. I nodded. He went on, my name's Arnold Howell, and I'm over there on the corner. How much would you charge to mow my lawn? I looked past him. It was good size, but flat and not much detail work. Would $40 be all right? And $35 would be better. Well, other people had been paying me $40 for a lawn that big, and that seemed fair. Well, I guess. Well, the thing is, man, I'm having cash flow problems, and I'll have to scramble to find like even $35. You see, I'm a stockbroker, and I work from home, and I'm a bit overextended right now. All of which was more than I needed or wanted to know, but he seemed okay, and I thought he had an honest face, which turned out to be right, except for I'm not sure what a dishonest face would have looked like. Maybe a sneaky turtle? Or a shifty rabbit? I tell you what, he said. How would you like to, barter, take it out and trade? I don't know what you mean. I didn't think he'd have anything that I wanted. Like, not clothes. Like, especially not his clothes. Like I said, I work out of my home. I do, mostly day trading. Work the small board, so to speak. I mean, like, it is far out, man. Just a real groovy way to work. And, well, I make a nickel every now and then, moving this and that. Was he crazy? Or one of those people with something loose in his brain? Somehow he forgot he was talking to a 12-year-old kid with an old riding mower who knew nothing about the stock market. So, like, you're too young to have an account of your own, but, I could run $35. I could run the $35 that I owe you in my account, make a purchase for you. Like, it would be in my name, but you'd get the proceeds. What do you think? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're gonna buy something for me with the money you owe me, but don't have? Yeah, exactly. Well, what are you going to buy? Stock. What's stock? Shares in a company. You'd buy, like, shares in a company. Why? Because then if the company does well and the shares go up in value and you sell them to someone else and you make money. That's how the stock market works? Like, it's that simple? Well, yeah, with like a whole bunch of rules and regulations and controls. I mean, that's pretty much how it works. And you always make money? Ooh. He shook his head. No, not always. That's the beauty of it. If the stock you buy goes down, you lose money. You have to be aware of that and buy carefully. Well, then, the secret is to only buy stock that goes up. Arnold nodded. How hard can it be? I shrugged. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. But it seemed pretty basic, and I had pockets full of money. I hadn't figured out where in the house to hide it, where my mother wouldn't find it, so I just kept it jammed in my pockets. Arnold made it seem so easy. Let's do it, I said. So, he has decided to trust Arnold to invest in a company for him. That's what it means when you buy shares in a company. You're kind of loaning money to another company to have just a little bit of ownership in it. And if the company does great, they'll send you a little bit of money in return. If the company does not make money, though, you lose your money. There's a potential to make lots of money, isn't there? There's also risk involved. Lawn Boy's decided to take the risk. He's going to allow Arnold to invest his money. What could go wrong? Let's find out in the next chapter. I'll see you soon.